After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not... the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now here comes Kansas City. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Antonio Gates, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he will get in to make it 8-0. touchdown. Here's Pat McAfee to kick. Now here's Johnson. Here comes Johnson on the return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Johnson now returning. Now here's Johnson. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Will Anderson in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is caught by Gates. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Returning it, Johnson. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the... Football back. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw it here. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football.